About Miss May. I'm so ashamed of it. But oh my God!
Nigel, what are you going to say about that?
God. Was this her plan all along? She's a psycho.
To talk about the end segment, because I know a bunch of y'all about to asking about it. Can we digest that end segment? That was probably one of the best end segments to a show AEW's ever done. Like, bar none. First of all, Mariah May versus Willow Nightingale, the finals of the Women's Owen Hart Cup. It was fine. I mean, I feel like I've seen better from both women, but it was fine. Mariah May won the match, which I expected her to win. Now, let me just say this right now. Going into this match, I said to myself, you know, I understand that Swerve and Bryan Danielson is ideally the bigger match. And not even ideally, it just is the bigger match. It's the bigger match. You also have MJF is back. He can make a viable case for being the main event of Wembley. Will Ospreay obviously will be a gimme to main event Wembley. It's Will Ospreay. Then you have Hangman Page, but he lost, so it's not him. It's like there's viable guys who can main event Wembley Stadium, right? But I said, you know, why not Toni Storm and Mariah May, right? It's one of the longest storylines AEW has going for it currently, when you think about it. What storyline in AEW right now, currently, has been going longer than Mariah May and Toni Storm? If I recall correctly, Toni Storm started this gimmick last summer because she won the championship from Saraya at... I believe that was at Grand Slam. I was there. It was at Grand Slam is when she beat Saraya for the championship. So she started this gimmick, I think, during the summer. And we're now in the following summer. This gimmick is still going. It's calmed down like a little bit. A little bit it's calmed down some. But the gimmick is still going. It's still good. And now she's added Mariah May to it. She's been her understudy. And I've liked the dynamic these two have had on television. And I feel like it's been building and building and building to this moment where Mariah May wins. It's confirmed it's going to be Toni Storm or Mariah May. And Toni seems happy. Now, mind you, I'm thinking Toni Storm is going to turn on Mariah May. I don't know how many of you thought that was going to happen, but I thought it was going to be Toni turning on Mariah. Because maybe she's jealous of Mariah. She sees Mariah's trying to come for her spot. Mariah's been, you know, diddling around with Mina Shirakawa. Like, there's reasons for Toni to want to turn on Mariah. You know what I mean? Like, if she would have turned on Mariah, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. I saw it coming. Was it predictable? Yeah, but makes sense. I didn't think Mariah was going to be one to turn, but they go up the ramp and Mariah takes the belt and she smacks Toni across the face with it. And not only does she smack across the face, but Toni starts bleeding. And mind you, it's a little bit of blood going down her forehead. But then Mariah goes ham. She takes off Toni's head. Watch for the shoe. She takes off the heel. She's bopping her in the head. And blood is now pouring down to... This is a mesmerizing scene because we don't really see women bleed a lot on the AEW television or wrestling television, for that matter. We don't see this happen very often. It's extremely rare that women bleed. So when the visual of Toni Storm, who, mind you, she's white, so the blood's going to be prevalent, and she has blonde hair, so it's going to seep through. She's wearing this pink see-through dress. The blood is just, it's so prevalent. It's all over the face, and she's doing this perfect, like, sad cry. And the camera is panning upwards at Mariah May, who has this sadistic smile like, I got you, or exactly where I want you. And it's just, it's perfect. The way it was all shot was A+ AEW for the way they shot this angle. And I'm just saying, coming out, I mean, she went at Luther, then, what's her name? The referee came out, Aubrey Edwards came out, and she shoved her down. Like, this was a big angle to end Dynamite. First of all, women angles don't really ever end Dynamite that often. I'm not going to say they never do, but it doesn't end Dynamite that often. But this, I don't know, after this angle, you can't, I don't know how you look at this angle and the way it ends the show and tell me to my face, this should have main event Wembley. Will it be a better match than Bryan Danielson versus Swerve? No. Is it going to be better than Will Ospreay versus whoever he's going to face now, I guess? No. Is it going to be better than MJF versus Daniel Garcia? No. Is it going to be better than Swerve versus Mercedes? Maybe. Probably will. But the point being, I don't understand how you have this angle. If this angle were placed somewhere in the middle of the show, the beginning of the show, it would have still had the same impact, similar impact. It wouldn't have the same impact as it ending the show, but it ended the show. And again, this is one of the longest storylines AEW has going for it. So I don't know, guys. How's everybody digesting this right now? And you know what? They probably won't main event Wembley. I think it's probably going to end up being Danielson and Swerve. I don't think they will. I will be shocked and I'll be happy if they do, but I don't think they will. But after that angle, I'll be their biggest advocate. Tony Khan, that is how you do an angle that gets people to watch. Because now I'm kind of enticed to see what Mariah May's reasoning is for this. I mean, MJF, when he turned on Daniel Garcia, that was menacing and everything, but this is different. It's two women. Women are bleeding. And she's being vicious, and this turn I didn't see coming. Like, this is so well done. Hats off to Tony Khan for this.